Next up we have, I'm showing the opening of filters. Instead of just having loops on top of loops in your tracks, you can add filters to add a little bit, create a little bit more tension in your track and let the listener know that something else is coming up. So in this I've just got a simple tech house stab from one of my previous tutorials, and then in this I've just got the filter here. I've just got that opening up in automation. I'll show you that. So here's the automation for the filter cutoff throughout the track. As you can hear there, just by itself you can hear what it's actually trying to achieve, just adding a little bit more to your tracks instead of just having the same synth line throughout the whole thing without any changes. Gets a little bit boring. Next up we have some more transitional effects. Here I've just got a simple 808 kick, which I've just dragged out to the required length, which I've just got at 2 bars, and to do that I've just held the cursor over the bottom right hand side, hold down Alt and just dragged it out to the required length. And then in addition to that I've got a simple 808 clap. On that I've just taken out the very lows and the highs on the 808 kick and put a tiny little bit of reverb on it. And then on the clap I'm sending it to a reverb with platinum verb, a EQ taking out the low end so the reverb's not so muddy, and then I've got it sent to Maserati GDI, which is an amp simulator, so you can use any amp simulator that you want for it. And for that, those two sounds together sound like this. So that helps a little bit more if you're going into a drop or if you're going into a break. Next up, we've got the reverse snare. Had someone ask me about how I go about making my reverse snares, or how I go about making them sit properly. All I've done to the reverse snare is it's exactly the same snare as I've got running here. I've just reversed it and I've just lowered the volume. And if you zoom right in, you can see that I've overlapped them a little bit just due to the initial attack being a little bit low. I wanted the volume to remain nice and high, so it sort of sucks in. It doesn't suck in, drop down, and then the attack of the snare. So for that, it sounds like this. Again, these samples are all really dry. I'd spend a little bit more time adding reverb, compressing them and whatnot to make them really sit in the mix. Next up is a demonstration of just simply dropping out the kick before bringing in a new element. This helps add a little bit more, helps let the listener know that something else is about to come up. Something so simple can add a little bit more to your track. This one is just showing a demonstration of building a break up and then having a little rest before the drop. This is my remix of Tiga's What You Need. So as you can hear there, just a little bit of a break lets the people know that something's coming up. This one's a tape delay build. This track and the one previous, one up here with the small kick break is my track SDJ, which is available on iTunes and Beatport. For this one I've just got a simple tape delay and starting off at 0 and then building up to 100%. You can put this on an individual channel or you can put it on the master bus and then obviously tweak it as needed. As you can see, here's the automation. So just for the demonstration, I've gone right to 100%. Obviously, you would just treat each track individually and just dial in each one as needed. For the next one, I've got high pass filter. This is the same track again, SCJ. One thing you can do is to combine these two effects together to create a little bit more than just having a simple tape delay or a high pass filter. And again, this is just a Logic high pass filter, and the automation is just the frequency. So here the lows are starting to come out here. There you go. Next one we've got is a Reverb Send. For this one, I've just automated the amount of Reverb Send. And then again, that's going to the same reverb as I used on the clap as previous. Makes it sound nice and big. It's good to use in breaks. This is one of my tracks that's coming out soon, Honey Badger. Made with a friend, Toby Silver, and we use this technique on the build in this track. As you can hear, it's starting to get nice and big here. Getting even bigger here. We've let the rest before the drop.
Yeah.
So there you go. Next up, we've got a Reverb Build. Just taken a section of one of my songs and just put a reverb on it. Got the reverb time up to 20, pre-delay and initial delay down to 0, and just pulled up the room size to around 48 meters. And as you can hear here, it adds a nice big build to the sound, almost turns into a white noise sound at the end. Getting really big here. Again, you could use that on the master bus, or you could bounce down an 8 or 16 bar loop. Mute all the tracks and then just pull in that section and apply the reverb just to that. And then lastly is a demonstration of a tape delay, a high pass filter, and a small break before the drop in the track SDJ. So as you can hear, it adds a nice little sucking sound in this section here before the drop. It gives the listener a little bit of a break before everything comes back. So that's it for this tutorial. If you want to know how to make any of the synths or the effects in more detail, leave a comment and I'll make another video. Until next time, see you later.